what's up, readers? Well, I just wanted to take the time to interview myself for you, so you can understand a little bit behind UrbGasm methodology and the purpose of it. I'm gonna make this raw, unedited, so I don't know, so you can just basically, get how I flow, and just the real, you know what I'm saying? So, but look now. I haven't answered any of these questions. Are going to be short, not going to be a long interview. So it's just I'm going to do myself like I do. What is the purpose of UrbGasm? UrbGasm basically is to give a new outlook on the urban professionals. I know that we're looked at a certain kind of way. The new professionals, the 70s, the 80s babies. We are basically the thriving force in the economy right now. And a lot of us are very free minded. We're free thinkers. And some of the old school people can't get on with that. They can't grasp that so much. And so basically, UrbGasm is basically an outlet for those who do bear tattoos, who are not corporate 9 to 5 workers, but they have their own business. They run nightclubs, they DJ, they sell shoes, they do makeup. They're writers, they're comedians, they're internet radio hosts, um, they're club promoters, they're strippers, they're rappers, they're singers, all of them. We that is a niche of individuals that's doing the darn thing, and a lot of times that we are overlooked because we're not doing it the way of old. So basically, it's just to give a positive outlook on people who have their own way of making a living. Uh, yeah. So that's the purpose of UrbGasm, is to, you know, let you all know what we're about and how we doing it. How we doing it. Also, UrbGasm is basically, I want it to be a melting pot of people that's in that demographics. You got your thugs and you have your corporate business workers, because we do have them. Um, and I want to bring them all together, um, on UrbGasm, that they all can feed off of each other. Just because you're in the hood doesn't mean that you shouldn't know about how to save your money, and how to develop, if you're doing a record label, how to develop a professional one. Just not just to put it together and say, oh, we such and such ENT. And just because you do work into the 9 to 5, I don't want people to get too good, not to say, okay, if I do want to give back to something, I can see what's going on. And he's got some positive brothers on the side. They just, on the other spectrum of life, I just want to bring that all together. Why does Earthgasm have such a classic look? Okay, so I've spent a lot of money on certain platforms and databases. No lie, I have. However, flashiness, I've never been like a too flashy person. I have my certain things, but I don't wear big name brands across my chest, or I don't holler out true religion or anything of that nature. And not to say anything is wrong with that, but I'm I'm a very structured, sporadic structured type of person. There you go. There you go. So I don't know. But true story is, as I was growing up, I've always been around newspapers. My great grandmother had a subscription to the newspaper. My grandma, she still gets the newspaper. My mother, she still picks up the newspaper. I've always just been around newspapers. And it was something about newspapers that fascinated me once I got over the boredom part of it. The black and white part is that it was so informative. Like, it had, from the front cover to the last page, even the sales papers and the Sundays paper. Now, I was so Sundays papers is so thick. But it was just so informative. It was just structured. It had stuff in there that you wouldn't catch in the mainstream, but it was as important. So, and I just always think it's so sexy to see somebody reading a newspaper. I don't know. I always count them as being extremely informed. anybody that's reading the newspaper, they are informed. They can carry on a conversation because they get the right now news, the local news, and then they do get the national news. They get the national news. So it was just something about a newspaper for me. Um, I look at UrbGasm as the urban newspaper blogs or hip hop magazines. Something different is that yeah, I'll pay $4 to pick up a magazine, but oftentimes you tell me the truth. How often do you read it from cover to cover? The pictures and all of that stuff. It takes you in, so all you're doing is just skimming, flipping, skimming, flipping. So you really don't honestly get the content of the magazine. The magazine could be saying all type of stuff. And lately, we have people that are producing magazines, and there is no content. The only thing in it is pictures. And I believe reading is still fundamental. So that's why UrbGasm has such a classic look. Will it change over time? Probably. Will we get a little flash? Probably. However, I don't want it to get too flashy. I don't want it to get to the point where people are only skimming and scamming, because I do put SAT type words in my articles, and I try to keep it at a certain cognitive level, because when we do engage in conversations, I do believe that we should have a certain degree of vernacular that, like people can say, okay, well, you know what, you are informed. We don't have to always resort to shit, damn, yeah, my nigga, dog, you seen that, bro did that there, and all of that. Just how I feel. So, I look at UrbGasm as a newspaper. My first goal was to make UrbGasm the the Florida Star, which is a newspaper in my hometown, of the urban community. You know, I wasn't too honed on making a magazine. I wanted to have a newspaper, but a newspaper with a different type of flair. Um, I see as being an educator, the only way that I was going to be successful or innovative is that I could not forget about the traditional and just hone so much on the new school. So I tied them in together, and that's hence the reason why UrbGasm looks
Next
like it do.
question.
How long have I been writing? Oh, since I was in heaven. um, I've been writing. Honestly, I don't know. I give it 9, 10. Uh, I started writing to understand. Understand, I would say. I don't know. It was something. It was a way of escape. It was a way for me to see a world concretely that I saw visually, I guess. I don't know. It's crazy that I only write what I hear, and then I see it. I don't know. But I've been writing for a long time. Um, some people call it poetry. I just call it writing, and I don't have to follow any type of grammatical techniques unless I'm trying to do a poetic type technique like haikus and sonnets or something like that. Um, I've just been writing. Writing is something that I love. It allows you to escape. It allows you to, build your own type of imagine and imaginary world. When you look at a movie, you kind of like stuck to that. And you look at pictures, you're kind of stuck to that. But when you get in the book, the characters can be their own type of person, and you can develop your own world. And it's just awesome. I've been writing for a long time, and I'm gonna keep doing it because this world is crazy, and I got to
Um,
escape. The method behind the demographic that I target, well, I think I answered that a little bit. And the first one, basically, I'm trying to just make it a melting pot of urban professionals. I want the gangsters because, I go chill in the hood often. um, I want, so I love music. So here's a scenario. So I do a write up on an artist, and I put articles on UrbGasm about, political awareness or education or something of that nature. And because the rappers and the singers and the poets are messengers of the time. They can go on UrbGasm, read it, embed it into their psyche, and then who knows? It's gonna be in their songs. And then once it reaches their songs, it's gonna reach millions. And before you know it, we have a revolution that sparked just from reading and merging those types of people together. Um, you get a fashion designer on the website, and then you get somebody who's trying to change their appearance, just for whatever reason, just need that makeover. It's like a connection. I don't want to put anything, even though sometimes I do, about what you can get on 1,000 other blogs. Celebrity news, celebrity gossip. Like, I'm kind of tired of that, and it has infiltrated our minds enough that we are polluted enough. And I just want relatable, reliable content that has a strong sense of validity in its authenticity and just subject matter, basically. I go searching for the good stuff, and I write some of the good stuff, and I just write from my place in life. There's honestly nothing that I write about that I'm lying about, and it's from my perspective. So a lot of people won't agree, and sometimes people can see themselves in my writing, because sometimes people are in my writing, and they may not agree, but that's just the life we live in. Where do I want to see UrbGasm in the future? Right where it's supposed to be. Um, I wanted I wanted to be not the next Vibe, not the next World Star Hip Hop, not the next Double XL or anything like that. I want Orgasm to be embraced by the demographic I target. That's all. That's all. Do I want over 3,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, 10,000, on and on and on views a day? Mm-hmm. It's one day to make money from it. I'm doing that now, but to make big money, yeah, 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 yeah. Um, I want it to be a powerful tool, really. I want it to be a powerful tool for growth, recognition, growth, enlightenment, and just, I don't know, something that someone can go to and just get encouraged and find their material there, find their face on there. Um, I just always want to pay homage to the true hustlers. Love you. Peace. Thanks for listening. Make sure you look around, okay? Things over there, things over there, things down there, or whatever, um, that may be of some information to you. Make sure you get at me. I'm very personable, okay? And anybody can tell you, they will know. They hit me up, I will talk to you back. But I'm here for you. I'm here to promo you, and I'm here to allow people to see an in-depth part of who we are. And we are some dope people. I appreciate everybody. I love you all, and stay tuned for everything that's going to come. All right? Peace.